welcome back to SC Productions. Today we're doing a little bit of a news thing. It might be like weekly, but we have a special guest here called my dad, called Phil.
Hello everybody.
And obviously my name's Scott. So so today we're going to have a little bit of a chat about season 14 and
series 1, whatever, season 1,
season 14,
as it is officially called,
and all of the new episode names. So let's get into it. So before we start, I think we should talk about, how, because this new series will only be going across 7 weeks of the year. So how do you feel about that, not having it be 13 weeks?
Well, it might be, we know it's going to be 7 weeks. It might be 6 weeks. They might show the first 2 episodes together and the last 2 episodes together, mightn't they? There's a possibility they could do that.
Yeah, because usually Disney, when they release their new seasons or new programs, they usually have the first 2 episodes get released at the same time, on the same day. I don't know why. They just do it like that because it's helpful for them, I suppose. So that's going to be really, really short in terms of season-wise.
Mm-hmm.
So compared to other seasons, you have Classic Doctor Who, where there was 26 weeks of Doctor Who in a row. So that it feels different, mustn't it, to have it quite shortened down by 7 weeks, from 26 weeks in Classic Doctor Who to 7 weeks now.
Well, I don't know if it was 26 weeks back in the day, but because you'd have mainly sort of 6 parts or 4, but there's only 4 serials a year, so a lot of them made up of 4-parters, to be honest. So
wow.
Between 16 and 20 weeks, I think was more closer to it.
Yeah, if you're going back to Tom Baker, the 6 episodes, there was 26 episodes in each season.
Well, sort of, yeah. But then if you go back even further, like Hartnell's era, you had big long
42.
Yeah, big long episode or season lengths, then, didn't you? Or series, as we call them in the UK. It's not seasons, it's series.
Yes. So how do you feel about this change? Because obviously, when we've had William Hartnell at season 1, now we have, and it was 2005 series 1, and now we're back to season 1 in 2024. So does that? It's all coming together.
It's all a bit confusing because I know when Doctor Who came back in 2005, people were saying, "Oh no, this isn't." Then it was called Series 1, and then after that, people were saying, "Oh no, it's a continuation," which it is. It's a continuation of.
It's just a reboot, really.
Yeah, well, that wasn't a reboot. It was a continuation because it was still the Doctor, still from Gallifrey, still got the TARDIS. You still got in that you had Daleks and. You saw Cyberman head in that first series, Chris Ferguson's first series. But people say, no, it's not. This is actually season blah, 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 because it carried on from the original series, or the classic series, as people call it now. But the reason they do it is because for new viewers, if they see this is going to be season, I don't know, if you said now 14, they're trying to sell this on Disney Plus, which is the big point for them this year. I think it will be a case of, well, they'll be going, well, where's the other 13 series then to watch or whatever? It would just confuse people. So they're just drawing a line under it and saying, okay, this is a new era of Doctor Who starting with season 1.
So if you want to think of it that way, it's sort of like saying, oh, we've got... It's sort of doing the show again. So it's sort of... It feels weird to have it completely not start again, but start itself with it on a new term.
Well, it doesn't make a difference to us because we've watched it for many years now, haven't we?
It's like a new school term starting.
It's really, yeah. But for new people who've never watched Doctor Who before, this is, as far as they're concerned, it's season 1, and I suppose it makes sense to call it season 1. As particularly now it's on Disney Plus, and it's going to be. I mean, a lot of people know about Doctor Who anyway. It's not a UK centric thing anymore. It's a global brand, and I think they're just trying to attract new viewers. So I think it's I could maybe for older viewers like me, think, oh, what's the point of calling it that? But for new viewers and for selling it, then it makes sense to call it season 1.
Okay, so let's move on to talking about the episode names. So obviously it's 8-episode season, 2 are being released on the same week on BBC iPlayer, Disney Plus, etc. So let's start off with the first one. So this is Space Babies, written by Russell T Davies. If you want to find out the director, go to the Doctor Who Twitter page.
Yes, we don't know what that one is. So, what do you reckon this one's about then? Space Babies?
Space Babies, by the look of the trailer that we saw about 2 days ago now.
About a week ago, wasn't it? About a week ago, and watched it.
Already?
Wow. Yeah, nearly a week ago. I'm not sure actually. But apparently, it's like talking babies. I don't know if it's anything like a carry on from the Christmas episode, the Church on Ruby Road, which had the goblins stealing babies. It just seems a bit weird. You've got that to do with babies, and you've got an episode called Space Babies as well. So who knows if this is something to do with that.
The rumour's going that Ruby's a space baby.
Could be.
Ruby's a space baby.
Because that's, remember, the whole point of that, she was trying to find her birth parents in that, and that fake TV show that Davina McCall was doing, which is kind
of real.
Real. She does actually do, for those of you not in the UK, she does actually do a TV show like that where she, well, not her personally, but the program is they trace families of kids who have been adopted when they were babies or whatever. So it's things like that. So it will make sense because in that they couldn't find any record of her DNA anywhere.
Yes,
so
that's true.
So unless that's
Davina McCall's
unless it's something to do with that, or maybe it might tie into later on in the series because there's another episode, the second to last episode of this season, which we'll come on to later, which might have something more to do with that whole missing DNA and who is she kind of thing.
So what would you rate this one out of 10?
What's the title? 2. It's a bit of a stupid naff title of Space Babies.
Yeah, I would rate it out of...
Like all this time we get an episode called Space Babies.
Yeah. So that's Space Babies. So moving on to episode 2, this is The Devil's Chord by Russell T Davies.
Well, we know this is the Beatles episode.
Yeah.
Jinx Monsoon episode as well. I don't know actually. I think this is going to be the musical episode.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know if it's going to be along the lines of that. I can't remember that Richard Curtis film. I think it's called Yesterday, but please correct me if I'm wrong. My
viewers will have no clue.
No, I know. Well, no, basically, it was a recent film. Basically, it was if the Beatles had never existed, which I think this is kind of going down that route as well. But only one person remembered who the Beatles were, so he used their music as his own, basically. And we got famous off of it. So I don't think it's the same as that, but I've got a funny feeling whether it's them having to sing the Beatles songs to bring back into existence, it could be something like that, hence the whole musical thing. And we've seen the Doctor singing again, as he did in Church on Ruby Road. Yeah, so The Devil's Called. I like the title. I'll give it a 7 out of 10 for the title, but I don't like musicals. So
yeah, I'll take it too. But there is a meaning behind that. So there's something to do with the music with that. It's meant to do with the word triad.
Yeah, apparently
so triad technology.
Yeah, so, apparently it pops up a few times during this. Spoilers, it pops up a few times during this series.
If you haven't seen any videos about that, you probably just found out.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next one. So this is Boom, written by Stephen Moffat. It's very hard writing to see there.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting one. Would it be like Sonic Boom?
No, apparently this is
the trap one, the one with the
apparently he stepped on a landmine, and basically it's up to Ruby to save the day. I think that's all we really know at the moment. To a certain degree,
Dr. Light.
Yeah, I think that's what people are describing it as a Dr. Light episode.
It's a shame because we don't really know much about this Doctor. It's all Ruby based.
I don't think it'd be Dr. Light insofar as it's something like Turn Left or Blink.
It will have the Doctor, but
I think
only small snippets of him.
I think it might be more like Flatline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the Doctor's still in it, but he's not really interacting with anyone else. He's got very short scenes, and it's more to do with Ruby saying that as it was with Clara, trying to save the day in Flatline.
Yeah.
So I think it might be along those lines. I think everyone's really excited about this one because it's Stephen Moffat.
Yeah.
He's coming back to Doctor Who again. Like him or loathe him. Sometimes he can write brilliant stuff, other times I find him really smug and annoying with some of these scripts. So, but we'll see. Maybe it's the same with Russell T Davies as well. I found some of his stuff got a bit sort of samey towards the end.
So a very heavy Russell T Davies series.
No, not heavy. No, it is a very heavy series. Yeah, definitely. So let's hope the break from Doctor Who has given him some fresh ideas and a fresh approach to the show, because it was getting a bit stale come the end.
So yeah, this episode seems quite exciting. So what would you rate it out of 10?
What, as a title?
Yes, as a title.
I can't rate. Yeah, it's a bit confused. We're not rating the episodes. We haven't any footage of anything yet. So as a title, it's simple, isn't it? 5 out of 10.
Yeah, solid 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to move.
I can't believe I'm rating episode titles, but actually seeing them.
It's what we're going to have.
Okay.
Okay, so next we move on to 73 Yards, written by Russell T Davies. So this one seems quite interesting. Speculation about 73 yards from Ruby Road, 73 yards from Ruby's mother, 73 yards from the shadow figure that was in the trailer that follows Ruby.
Well,
it goes between those lines.
Well, the when it was released on Twitter, the episode titles, with that thing, it took 3,500 to drop all the episode titles. I think this had a pub sign in it, which gave me Miracle Wolf in London vibes. Yeah, not pub, the pub. Yeah, it gave me Miracle Wolf in London vibes with the whole Slaughtered Lamb pub sign. Don't know on this one. I don't know if it's got anything to do with this mysterious character wants to sort of take over, like a political thing, like Harold Saxon kind of thing. I don't know if it's something to do with that. I think this one is. But somebody told me that 73 yards is 66.6 feet. So 666, the devil. Mark of the devil. So
I'm surprised I let that. I'm surprised I actually let the devil be involved.
Could we just read in we could read anything into that at the moment, but apparently I haven't looked at it myself. You've taken this at face value again, so I could be completely wrong, talking absolute rubbish. But yeah, apparently 73 yards equals 66.6 feet.
Interesting.
Yeah. So okay.
So obviously, everyone thought it's the snowy episode where the Doctor and Ruby are standing in like the thing with lights on and stuff. They're like that.
I don't know.
But it's not. It's actually part
or
of the
it could
last
just be
episode.
it could just be an episode about golf and someone hits a golf ball 73 yards.
Who knows?
Who knows?
So what would you rate the episode title?
Oh, I don't know. It's not very exciting, is it?
Nah.
3 out of 10.
Solid 3 out of 10.
I wouldn't say it was solid, but it's 3 out of 10. Yeah.
So next we move on to Dot and Bubble, written by Russell T Davies. So you said it was to do with printers, a printer company, which is
for those who don't know, Dot and Bubble are old printers. The Dot Matrix printer and a Bubble Jet printer. You might still get Bubble Jet printers, I'm not sure, but I'm quite sure it's got nothing to do with printers. Even though the background to when they released the episode top, the graphic had a keyboard behind it, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it's like social media, computer. But this is the episode with the giant
Apparently this is something to do... I've heard people say it's something to do with emojis, and which I know nothing about. I'm too old for emojis, so... And I don't want to know about emojis either.
This is the episode with
just speak English to people.
eating slugs.
Oh, was that the eatings, the big giants? Yeah, we've seen the footage of that, haven't we? Or the stills, the production photos. Not production photos, but somebody took some photos of it being filmed in Cardiff.
Probably not allowed to take those photos, but...
Yeah.
So next... Oh, no, what? Rate the episode title out of 10?
Oh, Dot and Bubble. Again, it's not very inspiring, is it?
Give it a 4?
4 out of 10.
Yeah, 4 out of 10. Okay, so next we have Rogue, written by Kate Herron and Bryony Redmond. So they write for Loki, and apparently they're quite good. They've written for sci-fi enough.
Well, I've never seen Loki because I've got no real interest in the Marvel stuff really. But by all accounts, Loki was very Doctor Who in its storytelling.
Sci-fi.
So no, it was sort of like sort of time travel kind of thing. So it was quite
the average sci-fi show.
Yeah, people said it was no, not average. It was better than that. But yes, I'm just looking down at the episode title. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I think this has got. I think Jonathan Groff, who's the guest star. I don't know who Jonathan Groff is, but he's an American actor. And by all accounts, he's playing a rogue time agent. Like Captain Jack Harkness.
But we don't know that.
Well, no. He is apparently playing a rogue time agent, but I said he's like Captain Jack Harkness because he was also a rogue time agent, and there is a rumour going around that he's actually been recast as Jack Harkness. Whether that's true or not, people have putting two together and coming up with 5.
We don't know about who this time agent is.
No,
That's
it's also the Bridgerton style, the sort of Georgian Regency.
This is so Bridgerton.
Yeah, the Regency episode. This is apparently also the episode where the Doctor has an affair with the so-called rogue time agent as well.
An affair?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
This is a stranger. Sounds like.
So who knows? But also not only that, Kate Herron and what's her name, Brian E. Redmond. They're actually. There's a lot of rumours swirling around that they could be future showrunners of Doctor Who. So who knows?
We'll never know. I mean, you can't stop speculating.
We haven't had a female showrunner, and we certainly haven't had 2 female showrunners at the same time. Who knows?
Sort of Verity Lambert. In a way.
Yeah.
Because it was run by it wasn't a showrunner. It was run by 3. It was basically run by the producer and the director.
It was different back then because it wasn't. She was the producer, but it was headed up by other people who called the shots. But now the producer
is the showrunner.
Yeah, is the show and the script editor. Which back in the old days, the BBC rules wouldn't allow you to do that.
You would have separate people with separate roles.
Yeah, which
is kind of fair if you have everyone has.
But then you used to sneak things through, so you did have people like Barry Letts would write for Doctor Who, but it'd be under another name.
Oh, so will we ever find out what story?
Oh yeah, we do know. We do. Oh. Yeah. He used to write stories under different names. So
he just was like,
but now it's completely different.
Can I give you the story?
Yeah. So now the producer is now the producer, the script editor, a writer,
the director.
Not director, but they cast. I mean, the producers don't have a big hand in casting people anyway. But yeah, that's about 4 hats off the top of my head that they actually wear now. So
it's a lot of work.
It's a different ball game altogether. So no, you're right about Verity Lambert, but this would be the first time we'd ever the modern iteration would be
where it was a woman that run
everything,
all the most the very important things.
Yeah,
which would be quite interesting.
Yeah.
So what would you rate this title?
Rogue could mean anything really. I'd give it 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
solid. All right.
Not solid.
Right. Yeah,
5. Okay, so next we move on to the 2 finale episodes. The first part is Legend of Ruby Road by Russell T Davies.
No, The Legend of Ruby Sunday.
What was it? Ruby Road. The Legend of Ruby Sunday. Oh my gosh. Blah, blah. So
yeah, I think this is the one where Unit comes back in.
Yes, and then
Mel
Doctor's talking to Ruby's mum about
keeping her safe.
And then it has. I think this is the episode with the different shots of Ruby, the one where she's eating breakfast and the one where she's out with her friends, and then
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
One.
I don't know what's happening in this one. No idea. Absolutely no idea with this one. I don't know if it's the Doctor trying to figure out who she is, or I'll be really disappointed if it's another one where it's the Ruby. Like Clara before has this big, and actually even Rose as well has this thing, saving the Doctor through time, and she's always been connected to the Doctor somehow, and I'll be disappointed if it's that again, because it has happened a few times, not every time, but a few times.
We have to have a simple companion that just stumbles across the Doctor.
Exactly.
Hiya, I'm important.
Well,
now.
we had that with Martha Jones. Really, she only sort of saved the Doctor in that final couple of episodes, but she wasn't entwined into the Doctor's life like the others.
It wasn't like his
daughter
turned out to be his daughter or something.
No, who knows? Crazy. But Yeah, okay, so again, did we say it's written by Russell T Davis, that one? Did we say that?
Yeah, Russell
You did say that,
So
okay.
what would you rate this title out of 10?
Probably 6 out of 10, that one.
Pretty.
Only for the point of view, just because it's, for me, it's sort of like, I'm getting a bit tired of the whole companion is the most important thing, really. But, okay.
Let's move
I'm
on.
a grumpy old fan, you probably guessed.
Okay, so
Right,
let's
Colin.
move on to episode 8, Empire of
Empire of Death.
by Russell T Davis.
Yeah.
Yes, this sounds like a very exciting one. What would you rate this, first of all, as soon as
Well,
we get into it?
who do you reckon is the bad guy in this? Someone's got to be the bad
The
guy.
thing is, I thought it was that, like, what's his name? The guy that was, like, the political person. It was, like, the vote when...
Yeah,
the
who's
leak
got
of the
that.
votes and stuff.
Yeah, he's got that. I can't think the actor that cast in it or the name he's been given either, but...
There was smoke coming, like, from the distance, like, red smoke, and it was going for the cars, and then the doctor on a motorcycle and stuff.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I hope it's not the Daleks again.
No, he said there won't be Dalek.
But Russell T Davis lies. He said he wouldn't do Davros, and then a few series later he said, of course I'll bring back Davros.
I don't think it will have... I don't think it will
He also said he wouldn't bring
Dalek.
back the Master, and he brought back the Master, so, you know. He lies. Russell T
although I
Davis
don't
lies,
think
as does
it-
Stephen Moffat.
I don't think it will have Daleks in this one, because
No, I don't think it
it would
will,
be
but-
obvious by the rest of the title, because they always have add something to do with the Daleks, so you can tell.
Well, I mean, Empire.
Empire of Daleks?
It could mean anything really. It could, as you say, it could be that political bloke. Because of what's happened, he could have had like a new British Empire that's taken over the world. Like, you know,
And try technology saves the day.
you know, the evils of. Well, I think there's a lot of things because they haven't resolved the whole Mavity thing yet either. And I think, and they've already said in this, there's a lot more fantasy in Doctor Who now. So I reckon, and I reckon it goes back to that Wild Blue Yonder episode when the Doctor sort of did like cast put the line of salt and invoked a superstition into the universe. That's how the toy maker came back. It could have been the toy maker. It also be who this mysterious person that the toy maker was answering to as well.
Yeah, so it's to the toy maker. So maybe in an episode the Doctor will go back and meet Isaac Newton and be like, well, it's not Mavity, it's gravity.
Gravity
So
could
you need
be,
to
yeah.
fix
So
that.
it hasn't been. If they are going to resolve, they could just leave it. Who knows?
Nah, I
In
couldn't
the world of
last with
Doctor
that.
Who, it's just called Mavity.
I couldn't last with that if it was going on for 10 seasons. I'd be like, well, stop saying Mavity.
Yeah, I know.
Stick to
I'd
gravity.
just get annoyed with it.
Get out of here. No one wants
Yeah.
Mavity. It's
Okay.
gravity.
Gravity.
End
Okay.
of.
Right. Okay. So you want me to rate the episode title, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Empire of Death sounds quite.
9 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Oh, you're sharp with these.
Yeah.
You don't want to give it.
No, I don't want to give it
Stay
too.
away with them.
No. It might change once I don't actually know what the title's about, but it's you know, there's not the titles, the show's about, but you can't really rate a title without knowing what the story is.
I mean,
really,
base the title of how exciting the story might sound through using the title, essentially.
Yeah.
So you use the title to sort of to figure out what the story is going to be about, because obviously the trailer you can sort of guess which story's which from using the trailer.
Yeah, they haven't really given a lot away, and it's not too different to what we saw in the Disney trailer that came a couple of weeks before.
The
it.
original trailer.
Yeah. So
Which is quite good. I'm quite excited for this season. It's going to be different. But
it will certainly be different.
It might end up being the best Disney program that they've ever produced or something like that. Probably not. But
Who knows?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Disney's been going on for 100 years, so we'll never find out. We'll never find out.
Oh well. Yeah, we don't get to see it on Disney Plus in the UK, so I don't know how well it's doing with.
I mean, we do because you can if you have the app.
No, you can't. It's not streamed in the UK on Disney Plus. It's only in the rest of the world. The BBC's got the license to show Doctor Who on iPlayer.
Oh yeah, because we'll see it on iPlayer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So it's the rest of the world gets to watch it on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Okay.
So comment down below if you're excited.
Yes, please do. Please do. I want. I'm not going to be on every one of these shows, am I? It's just like a one-off, isn't it? Really. So, 'cause this is Scott's podcast. I do my own podcast anyway for Doctor Who.
I do anyway.
That you're on as well.
Sort of
Yeah, exactly.
share it.
Yeah. Well, mine's audio only for Doctor Who stuff.
Yes.
So.
And there's also
There's the odd video, but not too many
There's
Doctor Who
the odd
videos.
video.
Yeah.
I haven't done one of those for about 2 years now.
Well, we did the unboxing video recently.
Oh yes, but one like a reaction because
we haven't done
we did
that
a
yet.
reaction for
More like a commentary than a reaction.
experiment,
Yeah.
which was a really good story. Go check it out. Anyways, we're going to
And
run.
then we did Resurrection of the Daleks as well. Was it Resurrection, Revelation, or
No.
Remembrance of the Daleks?
I don't think we did a Dalek commentary.
I think we
We're
did.
deaf to the Daleks.
Did Death to the Daleks. I think we did Remembrance as well, I think. Long time ago now.
Oh, I don't remember, but
I think
anyways,
so.
moving back to the point.
Anyway, the point of this, yes.
The point of
your
this,
podcast.
I'll tell you about that in another podcast. But yeah, that's the episode titles. Before we end, quick question to sort of smooth it out. What do you think about the Doctor's costume change?
Well, his constant costume changes,
Yes.
you mean? Well, I don't know. Different, isn't it?
Yeah.
People have to wonder why the Doctor never changed his outfit every time he landed in a different time period.
Probably
So now he is.
unhygienic to not do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
The
Yeah.
Doctor might smell really bad.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why. Okay, so...
Time Lords don't smell.
Or do they?
I'm making that as my own meme now, I
I
think.
wonder if they don't use deodorant. Doctor Who, you're stinky.
Yeah.
You're stinky! Anyways, thank you for watching this video or
thank you.
podcast or
What do you want to call it?
whatever you want to call it, because
Yeah.
really it's a video. But yeah, I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.